good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So alright, we got ourselves yet another quality check with Tesla's best-selling vehicle, the Model Y. It has taken the rank from the Model 3 to become one of the best-selling SUVs in the world. It's the best bang for your buck, and the price continues to rise. So let's take a look over here, and this Model Y is the white with the black interior and the standard wheels. These are the standard wheels that come underneath your hubcaps, and if you were to powder coat them, they look phenomenal. Now let's take a look, starting over here on the left side. We're looking that the fender matches the bumper and the bumper matches the hood, and that there's no paint discoloration, no scratches, or anything that catches our eye. Remember, never to rush your delivery. Take your time. Bring somebody with you. That way you can get a second opinion. 4 eyes are better than 2. So the more eyes you have and the more people that you have will help you when deciding on accepting this vehicle during delivery. So let's continue on. So far, so good. There are a few bugs, but that's not what we're looking for. This car's been parked outside. It just got dropped off from the transportation truck. By the time you get it, the car will be buffed up, washed, detailed, and ready to go, so you don't have to worry about the dirt. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for any defects that we feel need to be addressed. Now, taking a look at the right side. So far, so good. Now let's take a look at these wheels. So far, so good. Now let's take a look at this driver's side door. We want the gap to be as thin as possible. Beautiful. And that's what we want to see. Taking a look, the car is brand new. Just been dropped off. It's all packaged up and wrapped up. Now let's take a look over here. And the handle's flush, and it is flush. So this door is flush, and it is flush. And it is flush. Oh, wow. Look at that. That gap is nice and tight. That's what we want to see. That too, beautiful. Now let's take a look at the rear. And on to the right side. Beautiful. Now let's take a look on the passenger side. Okay, gap's nice and tight. That's what we wanted to see. I do prefer if this gap was a little bit tighter, but it's not bad. It's just not perfect. So, looking at these rear passenger door, it is flush, and that's what we want to see. Remember to complain, 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 so the next consumer can gain and gain and gain. We want to hold Tesla to a high standard when it comes to quality. These vehicles are not cheap. They're very expensive. And they're so expensive that I feel personally that they've become unaffordable for the average individual. I hope Tesla can bring down the cost down so it can encourage more people to convert to EV. But due to supply constraints, shutdowns, and demand, and inflation, it's just really hard for them to do that. But I hope eventually it with the more that they produce, they're able to get better cost from their suppliers to produce these vehicles. So, I do like this Model Y, to be honest, and I'm definitely going to be giving it a pass. Now let's take a look at another Model Y. So, all right, look what we have here. A beautiful red Model Y. And I personally love the red. It's probably one of my favorite colors. And let's do ourselves a quality check. This has the upgraded wheels. Let's take a look at the left side. Let's take a look at the hood and the bumper and the right side. All right, so far so good. Driver's side wheel. Now let's take a look over here at the driver's side door gap. You want to make sure it's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. So taking a look over here at the interior. Beautiful. And it's nice and flush. And this door is nice and flush. So far, so good. See if it's flush. But we do have ourselves an issue. Look at that gap. Look at it. It's like you can fit your finger in there. It's too big of a gap. And I really have issues with that part of the Model Y. It's a very common problem. I see it on a lot of new Model Ys. And but the good thing is, guess what? They can fix it. They just got to remove it, make some adjustments, and put it back together. So this light sits in too far in. It's not flush. Now let's take a look at the right side. The right side's beautiful. Now let's take a look over here. Checking this door is flush. Now let's check the door handle. It's poking out a bit. Now let's check this over here. And it is flush. So, I'm going to have to give this Model Y a fail. Now let's move on to our final Model Y. All right, so this is our final Model Y for the evening. And let's start off by looking at the left side. And this is the white with the standard wheels, and it has the black interior. Now let's take a look at the left side. Taking a look at the hood. Taking a look at the bumper. And then on to the right side. So far, so good. Now let's take a look over here at the wheels. Now let's look at the driver's side door. You want to make sure this gap is as thin as possible. And remember, after you've done a thorough check of the exterior, that's when you want to check the interior. You want to check the steering wheel. You want to check the center console. You want to check underneath your seats. You want to check the side doors. You want to check the software. You want to check your glove box. Then after that, move on to your rear seats. Check that they fold down properly. Check that there's no scuffs. Then check your trunk. Open your trunk, close your trunk, check your front, check all doors, and make sure they shut properly. So let's continue on with this quality check. And if you need a quality checklist, go to www.electricbuyers.com, where you can find a quality check for your Model Y, your Model 3, S, and X. And you can download it, print it out for free, and bring it on your delivery date and run through all the checks. So it's free at www.electricbuyers.com. Okay, so far so good. I do like what I'm seeing. This gap I wish it was tighter, but it's not as bad as the other gap that we seen today. Now, taking a look at this right side, do wish it was a little bit tighter, but it's not as bad. Taking a look at the left side, then moving on to the right side, let's check the lights. And it sits in a little bit, so that is an issue. Now let's check this right here on the right side. And this panel sits up a little bit, so that is very minor, but it is an issue. Let's check the door handle. Let's check the wheels. Let's check the glass roof. I want to make sure that the vehicle is built to the best of their ability. Now, let's check the door to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Let's check the handles to see if it's flush, and it is flush. So, I am happy to announce that this gets a pass. So, we've basically gotten a chance to look at a bunch of Tesla Model Ys this evening, and some of them were pass, some of them were fails. So, if you're thinking about ordering a Model Y, SX, even a Cybertruck, remember, do yourself a quality check on your delivery date. Make sure to bring someone with you. Bring a pen. Bring a notepad. Don't go alone. And stay on the lot. Relax. On your delivery date, relax. I know the anticipation for this vehicle is really high, and due to the fact that Tesla makes you wait, and then they push back your delivery date, and they keep pushing it back and back, and then you're like, what the hell? So I can understand that there's a little bit of excitement during delivery day, but don't let that excitement cloud your brain when it comes to figuring out whether to do a quality check. Always do a quality check on your vehicle during delivery day. If you'd rather get somebody else to check it, then you can do that. I also personally have an inspection service if you live in the GTA in Canada, preferably Oakville to Toronto, but I will drive out. And if you want me to come to your delivery, I will inspect your car, provide you with a written report, give you pictures, and tell you my personal opinion. But you can also watch my videos and learn how to do a quality check yourself. I do have an inspection service. That's because I gotta drive all the way out there and spend some time with you. So I do charge about $100 to do a full quality check. But it's definitely worth it because I can show you how to get the best result from your vehicle, and I can show you what to say to the service center and your sales rep, and I can also tell you exactly what to do to get everything fixed. Sometimes Tesla, they like to tell you that, hey, it's within specs, but I have a few tricks to get everything fixed. All right, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.